operating system only. And device management, file management also. Fine. So now coming to the point, we are going to discuss what is meant by Linux operating system. That means what is Linux operating system? I told you guys yesterday, Linux is an open source operating system and IT infrastructure platform. IT infrastructure platform. In this case, please understand what is meant by open source, because the Linux main functionality and open source. So what is meant by open source? Any user can modify Linux source code according to user ideas and user requirements. That means the freedom to run program for any purpose. The freedom to study how the program works and change it to make it what you will wish. The freedom to redistribute copies so you can help your neighbors. The freedom to redistribute copies your modified version to others. So we have a lot of benefits with open source. The simply open source means Linux kernel plus additional softwares. Linux kernel plus additional softwares. So in the cloud computing, already you know that. Some people already know that some service models, infrastructure as a service, IaaS, platform as a service, PaaS, and software as a service, SaaS. So Linux is under infrastructure platform, under infrastructure management. The services are delivered in the form of infrastructure is nothing but IaaS in the cloud service model. And who is the founder of Linux? Linus Torvalds. Linus Torvalds. Linus Torvalds in 1991. But the first version released in 1994. But every operating system has a kernel. But heart of the Linux kernel is, the heart of the OS is the Linux kernel. The Linux kernel. Anyone, what is the kernel responsibility? So Windows has kernel, Linux has a kernel, Unix has a kernel, Android has a kernel. Every operating system has a kernel. Anyone, what is the functionality of the kernel?
The kernel is the layer between the OS and the hardware. Okay. Whatever commands we use to command to the machine, all commands are held by kernel.
Okay, right, no issues. Guys, generally kernel means it is a core component of Linux operating system. Actually, every operating system has a kernel, but we are talking about Linux kernel. Okay, the kernel main responsibility is coordination possible between user and hardware. Coordination possible between user and hardware. Generally, it is an interface between shell and hardware. Actually, shell and hardware. But what is meant by shell? Later I will tell you. Until you will remember, it is an interface between user and hardware, because you don't know what is the shell. Okay. And the next main thing is, everything is under controlled by kernel only. So that's what everyone saying. Linux means kernel, kernel means OS. OS means kernel, kernel means OS. Somebody saying, sir, I want to learn kernel. I want to learn the kernel OS. Kernel OS means Linux OS. So Linux can be used as a server or a desktop. That means we can use Linux operating system even in the client side or server side. So in early days, I mean in the traditional infrastructure in 1990s and 2000, Linux means only server side. Linux operating system only works in server side. But nowadays, even client side also Linux operating system. Because so we have a lot of desktop functionalities under the Linux, like VLC media player, OpenOffice, even Ubuntu operating system. Please think about Ubuntu. Ubuntu looks like Windows 10, Windows 11 operating system. So that's why nowadays everyone uses, instead of Windows, some people are using client side also Linux operating system. But we are going to discuss completely server editions, because in the real time we will manage the workloads in enterprise level. So in enterprise level means 100% server activities are required. We will do the what server tasks only. But who will manage server activities? Ultimately, the same person will manage the what client commands also. So remember, but Linux will be act as server side and client side. Okay. Then what is the license of the Linux? Linux is released under the GNU. That means General Public License. The Linux license is GPL, General Public License. The meaning is anyone can run, study, share, and modify the software. The modified code can also be redistributed and even sold, but must be done under the same license. Because it is an open source. Everyone can use the same kernel program, but we need to add some additional software. But you want to release the new software, we can use the same license, which is called what? GPL, General Public License. But who is published this GPL, which is called what? FSF, Free Software Foundation. Free Software Foundation. But sir, how can I understand Linux operating system in real structure? I mean in the real environment. So please remember guys, almost in this class, most of the people focusing on DevOps classes, cloud architects, maybe storage engineers or database engineers, or some people are starting from scratch level. But how will you understand it? I mean, how will you understand Linux operating system? So as IT systems and workloads get more complex, guys. I mean, the workloads and IT system activities and even systems more complex. So the underlying architecture and operating system must be reliable, scalable, and performance driven. So Linux is the stable foundation for all IT workloads and deployments. This is the main point. So you want to deploy any application properly. You want to manage database perfectly. You want to integrate storages very quickly and fastly. And overall, you want to manage your IT workloads and deployments. Definitely, one reliable, scalable, and performance operating system is required. 100%. One performance operating system is required. So that's what I'm saying. You want to manage multiple workloads in the IT environment, you have to choose only one OS, which is called Linux, operating system. Compared to any other operating systems, Linux is very reliable, scalable, and very performance operating system. So we can manage any kind of IT workloads and deployments. That's why even YouTube, it's running on Linux operating system. Your Gmail, your Twitter, Hotstar, and multiple applications running on Linux operating system. The reason Linux supports very big file systems. For example, if you take Windows operating system, the Windows file system capacity is maximum 2 terabyte only. But one file size is more than 2 terabyte, we cannot handle on top of the Windows. So that's why nowadays, even storage engineers, database engineers, network engineers, DevOps engineers, cloud architects, everyone, why need to running applications and almost all IT workloads running on Linux? Because Linux kernel is very powerful. It treated, even it will manage complex workloads also. Complex workloads also. So why DevOps people deployments on Linux? So the Linux operating system is very powerful. Even file systems are powerful. But what is meant by file system? And that kind of things I will explain in advanced level in future classes. Then definitely you will be get more knowledge on file systems. So 1 week completely I will explain the storage domain, like what is meant by file systems, what is meant by partitions, and what is meant by kernel, and how to mounting the file systems, and each and every point or RAID levels, LVM levels, and everything I will explain. But this is called what, just introduction lecture. We need to understand what is the purpose of Linux. Fine. Then second important, I think you got it now. So you want to manage complex workloads in the IT industries. So definitely one reliable, scalable operating system is required. So when you are thinking about complex workloads and deployments in the real time, what I'm saying, you have to think only one OS, which is called what? Red Hat. That means Linux operating system. This is my main point. Now, the second important thing, next important point, why Linux is better. I told you already 2 reasons in the last class. Linux protects your computer. Means no need to install any antivirus. By default, inbuilt firewalls. And by default, your apps are secure. By default, your storage is secure. By default, your file systems are secure. Almost everything is what secure. Even you want to improve more security of your applications, storages, and databases, we have multiple options also. And freedom means we can run the software anywhere and everywhere because it is an open source, and enjoy free and unlimited support, and don't pay dollars for your OS, and annoying process and reboots. That means the downtime is very less even if you reboot your OS, and too many windows and multiple workspaces. You can run programs, processes, and multiple things on multiple Windows system and workspaces. So we have multiple reasons, guys, why I need to choose Linux operating system, especially in IT enterprise editions. Next, now coming to the point, Linux in cloud computing. Linux and cloud computing. Sir, what is the relation between Linux and cloud computing? Guys, what is mean by cloud computing? I think already you know that. What exactly mean by cloud computing? Can you tell me anyone what is meant by cloud computing?
It is the service provided over the internet. I mean, yeah. Am I audible?
Yeah. Tell me, Sivani, right?
Yeah, cloud is a service which is provided for free of cost and few of the services over the internet.
Okay. Next. Anyone? Right. So cloud computing is nothing but on-demand delivery services with pay-as-you-go pricing. With pay-as-you-go pricing. That means some companies are offering on-demand IT-related services, like customer looking for any virtual server, or customer looking for any storage, or any database, or any software application. So some people are offering those computing resources over the internet. So who are offering those resources publicly? Those guys are called as cloud providers. Those guys are called as cloud providers. So Amazon is a one cloud provider. Microsoft also one cloud provider. Citrix also one cloud provider. Oracle, Google, Alibaba, IBM, Dell. So we have multiple cloud providers right now in the IT industry. But everyone offer compute resources over the internet with pay as you go, with pay as you go app. But people are creating with a 12 months free trial versions. That's why we will ignore the word pricing. But generally, the prices are on demand. Okay. But now what is the relation between Linux and cloud computing? Linux and cloud computing. When it comes to cloud environment, even on Microsoft Azure, more than 60% of the images are Linux based. Remember this point, guys. So Amazon offers Linux servers, Windows servers, Mac OS. Even Microsoft Azure also offers Linux servers, Windows servers, and Mac OS. And Google also offers multiple operating systems. But why every cloud provider maintain more than 60% of the servers are Linux based only? Because customer is asking Linux servers only. Even my first point, why Microsoft Azure also more than 60% images are Linux based? Because Microsoft has one operating system, Windows. But except Windows, even why people to ignore the Windows, why to maintain Linux servers? Because right now in the IT industry, the demanding servers are Linux only. Just now I told you. Why Linux servers means? You want to manage complex workloads and complex deployments. You have to think only one OS, Linux only. Definitely we need one scalable, one secure, correct? One scalable, one secure, one good performance OS is required. Then which is the best OS in the IT industry now? Linux only. So in meanwhile, Amazon Web Services, Google Cloud, Oracle Platform, even multiple cloud providers offers multiple distributions of Linux publicly available images. Publicly available images. Okay. So remember, that's why experts what says we don't have any cloud computing even without Linux. That is the main point, because even in the cloud computing, You want to manage storage, then where to attach the what storage volumes? Again, one operating system. So definitely that operating system is backend is Linux only. Maybe that Linux OS is may running on Kubernetes or Docker or Jenkins or Tomcat or web server or file server or lot of servers in the backend. If you create any storage, then storage boxes, volumes are integrated with Linux servers only. If you create any database, again databases are connected to what? Linux only. So if you want to manage networking like route tables, gateways, internet gateways, or anything, again we need to integrate Linux only. So that's why you want to become an architect or an engineer as a part of automation in your DevOps or anywhere, the first and first should knowledge of Linux. If you're familiar with Linux commands, then 100% you will be able to operate each and everything in the cloud computing and also DevOps. Okay, the simple point here, there is no cloud computing without Linux, guys. Even the cloud has been built on top of Linux operating system. So now we are able to access AWS resources like Azure cloud resources or anything. But you know, the backend, even Amazon or Microsoft Azure or Google Cloud or any cloud provider built on top of Linux only, built on top of Linux only. Even you want to create your own cloud in your company, the servers are backend Linux only. So no one will create, no one is create on top of the Windows. 99% people backend using Linux operating systems only, even in the public cloud or in the private cloud or in the hybrid cloud. The modern IT infrastructure is completely hybrid environment, completely hybrid environment. Okay. And next, what about Linux feature extensibility? So Linux continues to be the operating system of the future with more and more systems depending on its stability and extensibility. So day by day, I mean the Linux versions more and more. Okay, even in earlier Linux 4 kernel is there. Now Linux 5 kernel, Linux 6 kernel. Because any new updates in IT industry, so based on the what software, the backend people will modify the what source code because it is an open source. See, when the OS is new, people will get the what new functionalities. That means new features. So don't worry about your Linux operating system. So Linux operating system supports any kind of workloads. I am guaranteed. Even this statement is not from me. This statement is from Red Hat. This statement is from IT companies. Simple point. Linux operating system can handle any kind of workloads. That's why it is a very intelligent OS. It is a very intelligent OS. Right? And next, Linux innovation. So the Web 2.0 built on top of Linux. So now we are able to access google.com, youtube.com, facebook.com. So everything running, everything is about web only. So where is the web servers? So where is the web exactly? The backend, Linux servers. The cloud revolution was founded on Linux only. That's what I'm saying previously, just now. What it is? There is no cloud computing without Linux because the cloud revolution founded on Linux only. So not only cloud, if you go for microservices, containerized applications of Docker, Kubernetes, any storage-based applications, even big data Hadoop applications, or any networking applications or networking environment, everything built on top of Linux only. Everything based on Linux only. So that's why even nowadays, who are looking for data science, artificial intelligence, machine learning, or any advanced courses, everyone will say, hey, please update first Linux. Please update first Linux. Because our application, our storage, our database, and everything running on the what Linux. You know, one big statement even from Microsoft. What is the big statement from the Microsoft in the last year? We are also loves Linux operating system. Actually, Microsoft means everything is one product. .NET, SQL Server, MS Office, almost all products are running on Windows operating system only in early days. So that's why there is no software, .NET software for Linux operating system. There is no SQL software for the Linux. But now the softwares are available for Linux operating system because customers are asking, hey, please be SQL Server on Linux and now .NET framework on Linux. So now a lot of companies are running all Microsoft products on Linux server. In early days, Microsoft products means only on Windows. But now Microsoft products also running on Linux platforms, Linux OS. That's why it is a very big statement big statement for the IT companies. So Microsoft has been announced. We are also loves Linux operating system. So that's why the new versions of .NET, the new version of SQL servers on Linux. The innovation of the future will be built using Linux. The coming future. So what are the new products? What are the new softwares? Even everything will be built on top of Linux only. Please remember. That's why if you have strong knowledge in Linux, you will manage not only current workloads, even in the future workloads in IT industries as a IT systems and any deployment level, any workload level, 100% you will manage it. Next. What are the Linux distributions? I told you guys, Linux is an open source. Just now, and 15 minutes ago, I told you, Linux is an open source operating system. What is meant by open source? I told you, any user can modify Linux source code according to user ideas and user requirements. The meaning is different Linux distributors with different goals and criteria for selecting and supporting the software, supporting the software. Simply, everyone uses same Linux kernel plus some additional softwares. So 24/7 Linux kernel source code is available in the internet. So who are talented? Those guys are download the source code and modify the source code according to your ideas and your requirements. That's why each distribution can have a different focus. For example, these are all of the Linux operating systems. But every Linux operating system has been designed based on the same Linux kernel. So Red Hat. Okay, Red Hat is very intelligent OS, especially this Red Hat OS can manage IT workloads and open source IT workloads, open source and enterprise level workloads. CentOS, the focus is community edition. OEL, Oracle Enterprise Linux. So you want to manage databases, like you want to install Oracle, you want to install MySQL, you want to install MongoDB or MariaDB or PostgreSQL. You want to manage simply any database. Better we can choose the OEL, Oracle Enterprise Linux, because this distribution focus on databases. Same way, Ubuntu, MintOS, OpenSUSE. These three are the See, Ubuntu and MintOS are the great operating systems for the desktop level. Like it looks like Windows operating system. And OpenSUSE. So this operating system is very good for SAP applications. And Kali Linux. This is also good for hacking purpose. That's why hackers are backend users Kali Linux operating system only, because Kali Linux inbuilt firewalls, I mean inbuilt packages are there. So those packages are supports hacking related. So every distribution can have a different focus. But in IT industries, mostly people to use, especially in enterprise editions, Red Hat only. Red Hat operating system only. So now I will tell you why Red Hat. So actually, what is the Red Hat? So remember, what is mean by Linux distribution? So simple point, any operating system designed based on Linux source code known as distributors of Linux or flavors of Linux. Best example I will tell you for this. I will give you two examples. So now I am looking for biryani. Even in the biryani, we have multiple flavors. I mean, somebody is asking, I want chicken biryani. Somebody is asking mutton biryani. Somebody is asking prawn biryani. Somebody is asking fish biryani. But you know, the backend restaurant has been prepared. The basic formula is the what? Same rice for everything. So like here, rice is the what? Linux kernel. Based on the customer requirement, they will add the what? Some additional features. Like they will add the what? Some flavors. So when will you go for the what? Ice cream? Same way, butterscotch. So vanilla. So like different flavors also is there. But basic functionality is the what? Same. But people will be added some additional features. Same here. We have multiple Linux distributions, but everyone uses backend, same Linux kernel. According to company's requirement, people will be add additional softwares. So we are the talented people. You are also go for the what? Linux kernel source code, download the what source code, and add the what some additional features in the source code. So that's why even everyone uses Android mobiles, right? So Android also one flavor of Linux operating system. Android also one flavor of Linux, because the Android operating system founder is Google actually. So Google people what to do? The persons has been download Linux source code, and they are modified the what source code according to people requirement. I mean company requirement. Okay, the person consider. I mean Google company concern is we need to design the what one good OS for the mobile level. So they have designed excellent OS. I mean, it is called what Android based on the Linux kernel. That's why everyone says Android also one flavor of one distributor of Linux. But you know that what is the power of Android mobile nowadays? People can't sleep without Android nowadays. Right? So same way, multiple open source advantages this is. The advantage of open source, everyone uses the what same kernel, but according to your requirements, we will modify, we will add the what additional softwares. Then you will give the what one name of the software. Then it is called one flavor of one distributor of Linux. So we have IBM distributor is there, TCS distributor is there, Oracle distributor is there, Red Hat distributor is there. So like different distributors, hundreds of distributors under the what Linux actually. But basic level, almost all commands are same. The meaning is even in the real time, you will manage multiple distributors, guys. So sometimes you will operate Red Hat servers. Sometimes you will operate the what Oracle servers. Sometimes you will operate the what like SUSE Linux operating system, and sometimes even you will manage the what Ubuntu also. So that time, okay, you know the ls command. Okay, what is meant by generally ls command? It listing files. So the same command is on Red Hat, the same command is on CentOS. In every distributor of Linux, ls is a common command to listing files and directories. I mean, user level commands are almost same. User level commands are almost same. 99.9% user level commands are same. like desktop level, client side level, all commands are same. But when will you work on server side, I mean admin level, sometimes commands will be different based on the distributor. I told you yesterday. So for example, if you consider the word Red Hat, okay, my task is I need to install Docker software on Red Hat software on Red Hat OS. Generally, RPM is the command to installing or uninstalling a software, or YUM is the command to installing and uninstalling the what software. And what about CentOS? Even Red Hat, the CentOS is also one distributor of Red Hat. So even the same commands we will apply the what on CentOS. And what about OEL? OEL also uses the same Red Hat kernel. So almost on OEL also you can use the word RPM and YUM. And Fedora also we can use it. But if you go to Ubuntu or SUSE Linux operating systems, so these are the what Debian based operating system. So Debian based operating systems. So we will use apt is the command. So in the Fedora Red Hat based operating systems, YUM is the command. But Ubuntu Debian based operating system, apt is the command. So sometimes commands will be different, but the agenda is same. Your agenda is the what installing Docker application, but sometimes you will take the what Red Hat OS, sometimes you will consider the what Ubuntu OS. Okay, but user level commands are same, guys, but admin level commands are little bit different based on the distributor, but mostly two types of distributors. I mean, commands are mostly two types only. Fedora based commands are different, and Debian based Ubuntu level commands are different. But user level commands 100% same on every distributor of Linux. But at the time of Linux distribution, I mean at the time of Linux uh, admin level tasks, I will tell you the what even different commands also. Even for example, if I go for YUM, what about the same command in this Ubuntu? What about different command on the what MintOS or SUSE Linux? But my primary agenda is here Red Hat only. So remember, in enterprise workloads means most of the companies under Red Hat. And even if you go for interviews, people are asking what is the command to installing software or updating the software. You will tell directly YUM or RPM is the command. In case the person is asking what is the command in Ubuntu means, then you will say apt get or apt is the command. Okay. Now, what is exactly Red Hat actually? Red Hat is an American multinational software company providing open source software products to the enterprise community. The main branch is North Carolina, but worldwide multiple sub branches also is there. But overall, what is meant by Red Hat? So Red Hat offers open source software products to the enterprise community. But right now, Red Hat, world leading provider of open source enterprise IT solutions. So even it powers the applications that run your businesses across hybrid cloud deployments. Red Hat certified on hundreds of clouds and with thousands of hardwares and software vendors. That meaning is, sir, can I use the what Red Hat product only from Red Hat website? No. So Red Hat already tie up with, I mean certified with multiple cloud providers. The same software we will use in Amazon Web Services. The same software we can take from the Microsoft Azure. The same software you will take Alibaba Cloud or Dell Cloud or IBM Cloud and multiple things. But I told you one point, sir, everything is an open source actually. Generally open source meaning I told you. But how company will earn the what money? Will gain the money? Generally, open source means some limitations are there. For example, Ansible, it is an open source application. Python, it is an open source application. Java, it is an open source. Tomcat, web servers, almost nowadays. So no need to go for particular IT softwares. In your mobile, almost all applications are open source only. Just observe. No need to paying for the what softwares. You can directly go for the what Play Store or App Store, download the what software and install it. Even Prime Videos, Hotstar, Netflix, and everything. So softwares are free, but you want to watch the content in the Prime Videos or Netflix, then people are asking subscription. So same way here, you want to manage the Red Hat software and Red Hat products. Almost softwares are free, but you want to get any expertise, commitments, assistance, and engagement. Okay, so definitely we'll go for the what subscription. But you are not paying for the software licenses. The licenses are free, but commitments, expertise, assistance, and everything will go for the what subscriptions. Even for example, if you go for Ansible, Ansible also Red Hat product. Okay, Ansible is an open source actually. But you want to deploying one application on multiple Linux servers, Ansible supports up to some like 10 to 20 servers only. But your project, within the project, 20 servers are there. Then people will use directly open source software and you will manage the what workloads directly without cost. But in IT MNC companies, I mean, most of the projects, you will manage hundreds, thousands of servers. But Ansible supports open source means up to 10 to 20 servers only, limitations. But in the project, more than 20 servers are there. Definitely people will go for the what buying options. Same way in the Google Drive. Google Drive also open source. But open source limitation is the what? Up to 15 GB free. But up to 15 GB as a student level, it is okay. But company levels, 15 GB is not sufficient. Then people will go for the what? Buying options. That is the meaning of open source. Okay. You want to get any expertise, commitments, and everything, go for the what? Subscription option. But you are not paying for the software license. Remember this point. And next, where is the Red Hat popularity? Guys, actually Red Hat supports right now 1 million plus projects. This is the what official statement from the Red Hat. 1 million plus projects from the Red Hat. But from that 1 million, who are the main customers? I mean, when the banking sectors are satisfied, when the airline peoples are satisfied, when the telecoms people are satisfied, when the healthcare people are satisfied, always the remaining people also satisfied. And remember, main point, when the banking sector people are satisfied, ultimately everyone will be satisfied. So even my previous students are selected in Axis Bank, even HDFC. And now the Airtel and Jio 5G networks completely on Linux servers, guys. And cancer treatment. The backend servers are Linux healthcare hospitals. That's why maintain backend own data centers. Own data centers means in the data center servers are Linux only. Okay, nowadays Linux server is everywhere, guys. Linux servers are everywhere. And now certified in the cloud computing. I told you just now. So best example, for example, you are looking for Samsung mobile, guys. Sir, is it mandatory to buying the what Samsung mobile in the Samsung store only? No, the same product is available in Amazon. The same product is available in the Flipkart. The same product is available even in the Bajaj. And the same product is available in the Tata website. Because the product certified in multiple providers. Same way, the Red Hat products are available in multiple cloud providers. Even you want to get the Red Hat software under AWS, you will collect. You want to get the same Red Hat product, Google Cloud. But if you collect even anywhere, but ultimately support from Red Hat company only. Even if you purchase your Samsung mobile from the Flipkart or Amazon or any third party website, ultimately your support from the Samsung only. Same way here. Okay, right now Red Hat software is available almost in all cloud providers. So you will go for any cloud provider website and grab the Red Hat software. That means you can create your Red Hat Linux server and install your workload applications. So that's why the Red Hat software is, especially now the current edition is Red Hat 9, Red Hat Enterprise Linux 9. The 9 operating system is very intelligent because it can handle any kind of workloads and deployments. For example, you want to install Oracle or you want to install any kind of database, no worries. So come to Red Hat product, come to Red Hat OS, then try to install your product. So not only databases, so you can install any kind of software. So it can handle any kind of workloads. So ultimately one point here, you want to manage complex workloads in IT industry, you have to think only one OS, which is called Red Hat. Enough. That's why we will go for learning Red Hat operating system, how to managing our IT workloads on the Red Hat OS. That is our concern. So even your Kubernetes or your Docker or Ansible or Git or Jenkins or Maven or Ant or Nagios or any kind of workload. Yes, you need first one proper OS. So our OS is Linux. Which Linux? Red Hat Linux. Now you got a complete clarity about your Linux. Why need to learn Linux operating system? Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I think you got a good clarity compared to yesterday lecture today.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So now on this top of Linux operating system, what we will be going to discuss. That means what is the course content of the Linux. So actually the first class, just now I have completed introduction of Linux. And tomorrow I will tell you what is the architecture of the Linux, what is the file system hierarchy standard, and what about shell and kernel and everything. Then Monday onwards, I will start the practical.
I can't hear you.
Sorry. Yes, Monday onwards, we will start Red Hat Linux 9 installation part. Monday.
Sir,
Yeah, tell me.
I think you have an internet connection failure. We cannot
No.
hear
In
you
my
clearly.
side is okay. And what about
Okay.
remaining people?
I can hear you.
Your side only.
Oh,
We can hear you. Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Right. Thank you.
sorry.
And the next one is Monday onwards, I will start the installation. And tomorrow also, I will give you the more clarity about your Linux and architectures and file systems. Then Monday, I will start the installation part of Linux. And I will take only Red Hat, guys. Please remember, in enterprise workloads means Linux only, Red Hat only. So after that, I will start the how to manage operating the running commands. Then what is the process management? What is the managing users and groups? How to managing users and groups and file permissions and how to managing the permissions. Then how to managing packages. That means how to update your Linux servers, how to take the what patches, how to update your kernel, how to installing the what software, how to creating the what repositories, and everything with the package management and kernel editions. Then I will start the what configuring local storage. So if you know this configure local storage options, then you will be clear in the AWS the complete storage domains, like what is EBS, what is EFS, what is S3. You will get your more clarity in the AWS. At the same time, in the Docker volumes, in the Kubernetes volumes, you will get your more clarity, because you don't know what is the storage, what is the file systems, what is mean by persistent file system, what is mean by temporary file system. We cannot get your more clarity because everything integrated with what Linux file systems. Then how to create your file system security, and how to managing the what RAID LVM concepts. Then how to managing the what system initialization process. That means what is the boot process, how can you manage the what system boot process in case if you forget the what root password, then how can you troubleshoot it. Maybe if you get the what your system blank screen, how can you recover the what your systems, and everything in the system initialization process. And in the section 14, the very important lecture, so how to deploy, configure, and maintain your Linux system. So sometimes in the real time, you will create your what new Linux servers, and we need to installing multiple applications on the Linux server. So we need to set up the what network, we need to set up the what host names, you need to managing the what services and lot of things. Then today's classes, I will explain how to build the what new Linux servers in the real time. Then what is the remote connection process? What is the telnet? What is the SSH? And how to passwordless login activities, and how to SCP copying, and how to connectivities with PuTTY, how to protect your Linux servers without remote connections. Then one day I will explain remote connections of your Linux servers. I mean, your servers are running in data centers. Then every day you will take the what actions. Maybe some developers will connect the what servers. Maybe one day they have been dropped the what issue. What is the issue? I'm trying to connect the what Linux server, but still won't connect the what server. The reason is connection timeout, or maybe something get the what errors. Then Linux engineer or DevOps engineer, how to troubleshoot back at Linux side. So how to verify the log files, but who are trying to connect the what servers? How can you protect your Linux servers? How can you protect your apps, your storages, databases, and everything? Then I will tell you the what DHCP server, dynamic host configuration protocol. Then I will tell you the what network time protocol, how to synchronize the what time protocol servers. Then what is the NFS server, network file system sharing. What is the SMB server, which is called what Samba servers. How to manage in the what FTP server. That means nowadays how you will download the what files over the web. So everyone downloading the what files through web, everyone uploading the what files through web. Do you know what is the package, what is the software in the backend? Actually, FTP server is running. But how people will build the what FTP server in the backend? And how to manage in the what domains like google.com, yahoo.com, gmail.com. So this is the concept very beautiful in AWS environment Route 53. But if you know here what is domain name system, then easily to operate, easily to understand what is Route 53 in AWS platform. Then what is the Apache web server? What is the proxy server? What is the automatic installation of the Kickstart? If you know these concepts, then you will be operate very easily your cloud services and DevOps tools also. Because when the OS is perfectly running on top of the OS, your storages, databases, application, networking, everything will be perfect. If the OS is not perfect, how can you manage the what application? That's what everyone first must to maintain one stable OS, one proper OS, one scalable OS, one like it is called what good performance OS. So our OS is Linux. Which Linux? Red Hat Linux. So tomorrow onwards, we will start the what Red Hat Linux operating system, and day after tomorrow, maybe we will download the what Red Hat software. Then I will show you how to installing the what Linux. But in this class, I will show you how to installing the what Linux. But generally, in the cloud computing means no need any installation. Directly, the installation templates are available. You can download the what templates. Then what is the benefit actually? Time saving. Time saving only. But every time it is not correct, because for advantages and disadvantages in the real time, people will manage physical infrastructure and also virtual infrastructure. But when the person looking for virtual infrastructure, easily to grab the what servers from the cloud platform. But sometimes we need to install the what OSs manually. Then definitely you know the process how to install the Linux. So that's what I will show you how to install the what Linux OS manually. And you know that even in the cloud computing, how to collect the what Red Hat servers from the EC2. But if you know both, if you know that both installations, then you will be more clarity. And even if you face any issues, you will get your what how to troubleshoot also. Got it my point?
So what
So
is this note part? I mean, the syllabus covers some certified or something.
that is called what Red Hat Certified System Administration and Network Administration and Storage like. I mean, I will be cover Linux, for example, AWS. It is a cloud practitioner, cloud solution architect. Okay, same way in Linux also, Red Hat Certified System Administration paper, Red Hat Certified Engineer level paper, syllabus scope,
Okay.
certifications. So I will
Do
be
you,
cover the what both.
okay. Do you provide any notes, sir?
Yes, you will get your what PDFs. For example, what kind of PDFs you will get it? Say this. Uh, for example, in the Linux admin, PDFs. For example, Linux introduction PDF pieces. See, all PDFs are available in the Linux introduction part. Okay, how will you get your PDF? What is an operating system? What are the two different types of operating systems? Functions of the operating system. What is Linux? What is meant by open source? Why Linux is better? See, every point is available. What is the Linux role in cloud computing? Linux innovation, Linux feature extensibility. What are the Linux distributors? What are the popular Linux distributors in the market? How to choose Linux distro? What is the difference between enterprise edition and community Linux distributions? Okay,
These will
and
be linked in the portal, or you will be sending through an email or something.
portal only. In the Asok IT portal, I will send it. Here.
Okay. So in the portal, don't we get the running notes? I mean,
No,
instead
see,
of this.
one thing remember, even
Yeah.
practicals also available with, I mean, see, for example, if I start the word users and groups concept, so commands also available here. See that most of the people, I mean, don't offer the word commands, but here, see that user add is the command. I mean, to create a user, how to check the user, and how to log in the user, and everything is available.
Each and every step, including the
Every
example.
step is available. I mean, after listening your class, if you open the word PDF, then definitely you will get what more clarity.
Okay.
Right? Okay. If you want to write running notes, better you can write the word running notes also. If you want time, then I will give you the word time for writing also. You don't want for writing, I mean, yes, PDFs are very clear. Then I will go for the what step-by-step practical executions.
Okay. Just the curiosity to know. I mean, you are taking the classes of DevOps with AWS also, right?
Right.
I just, yeah.
Correct.
So these are the PDFs which are simplified by you. I mean, written by you only for your
Myself only.
individual classes.
Myself only.
Okay. Good. Nice.
Okay. So it's completely actually in the Asok IT, we have two faculties actually for DevOps and AWS. Ashok sir and me.
So, but we are a part of Ashok IT community, right? I mean, training. So you can provide the PDF for us also.
Okay. Sir, Ashok sir, PDFs are different. I mean, myself, my PDFs are different because my teaching style is different. Ashok sir teaching style is different. Okay, but ultimately the concern is the syllabus is the what same.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Right. So thank you guys. Thank you. I mean, okay, one more.
Hmm.
I will share the what course content. I told you yesterday. I mean, course contents like Linux administration. Yeah. Yes. Yes. So now this is the what completely Linux administration syllabus.
Ram sir,
Yeah. Tell me.
actually,
Tell me. Tell me. What happened? I think Satish Kumar.
Maybe he lost his connection.
Okay. So any further queries, guys?
hello,
Yeah. Tell me, Satish.
sir. If example, if Windows OS server OS is occupying 90 GB of data in server disk, and Linux is occupying very less, is it very true?
True, 100%.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Okay. See, you want to install Windows operating system, minimum 20 to 30 GB space is required. You know, you can install the what Linux operating system even with 3 GB or 4 GB also. The same Linux operating system now in the containers, MBs also. In the Docker container, Linux operating systems are running, right? So what is the container capacity? 200 MB, 300 MB. How it is possible?
Okay.
Got my point?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So it is a very great OS, guys. No doubt about it. And the IT industry workloads means people to choose Linux only. No doubt about it. That's what
And
I'm
one
saying.
more question. What is Raspberry Pi?
Sorry?
Raspberry Pi.
Raspberry Pi. Spell it.
RASPERI. Raspberry Pi.
No
I
idea,
think
guys.
it's a gaming OS.
Okay,
Okay.
Linux
maybe.
version.
Okay,
Okay.
okay, fine. Thank you. Thank you all.
Right.
Sir, where are we going to install Linux OS while
I
during the
will tell
course?
you. So installation part is not completed. So at the time of installation, I will tell you what is the process and how to install it.
No, sir. I'm actually asking where on which hardware we are going to install on the AWS.
That's what I'm
platform?
saying. You can use the what your own laptop.
Okay.
Okay, on top of the your laptop, in case if you have Windows operating system, even Windows 7 or 8 or 10 or 11 is there, then we can install it. I will tell you the what process, how to install it.
Okay, sir. And one more thing I want to know. Uh, when we are using Windows machines, in case of failure of the OS, or
sorry,
even in case of OS failure,
okay,
or sometimes system get crashed, no.
okay,
So by that time we are able to get our required data or important data that were
possible.
possible, no.
Hmm.
And in Linux, same process is
Because
repeated.
Linux also it is possible. That's why in the real time, so the OS is installing with 3 GB or 5 GB just for running.
Yes, sir.
But people are creating volumes separately in the storage boxes. Those volumes are attached to what your OS is. Even OS is failure, the data is safe in the what storage boxes. Best example. So you have stored important data in the Google Drive. Even your mobile is failure, your device is blasted. What about your data?
It's backed up on the Google Drive.
Correct. Same way, even in the what real-time process. So we have separate storage boxes are there. Those boxes are attached to Linux operating system. Even this OS is failure, no doubt. Your data is safe in the one packet.
Okay.
Sir,
Yes, yes, Ram, I have one query.
Yeah.
Actually, in that course syllabus, you haven't mentioned any cloud-related topics and
So
DevOps-related.
this is the syllabus we will be going to cover only Linux administration.
Okay, but you said that that Linux has been used to we can use in DevOps and cloud, right?
Correct.
Are
So
you
now when you are learning cloud and DevOps, then people are using Linux operating system. People are using the word Linux scenarios at the time of DevOps and AWS. That time you got your what good clarity. Oh, this is the what backend Linux, and this is the activity on the Linux like that. If you know the C language, you will learn the what Java very easily. You don't know the C language, then Java is critical for you or not.
Yes, it was critical.
Correct. So if you know the what Linux operating system completely, then the activities on cloud computing or DevOps very easy. That is my point.
But the trainers are explaining that Ubuntu related the commands they are explaining.
That's what here even I will explain here completely Red Hat Linux. Then I told you based on the distributor sometimes commands little bit different. But
Okay.
that time you need to compare. Oh, in the Red Hat Linux, yum is by the ROM sir is used. Okay, Ashok sir in the Ubuntu apt is the command. But agenda is the what for installing Docker or Kubernetes, everything is same or not?
Yes. When when you are saying that Red Hat commands, we are exploring that different flavors of the.
So exactly why I'm taking Red Hat servers may in the enterprise editions of the IT systems workloads, most of the companies only Red Hat only. That's why my classes are considered only Red Hat server.
Okay.
Got my point?
Yes.
Okay, even in the banking sectors or healthcare or airlines or everywhere, most of the people to use Red Hat only.
Yes, correct. But I joined the demo DevOps or demos classes. They are
But
explaining that Ubuntu
correct.
related topics.
That is, see, both are, I told you,
Hmm.
Ubuntu, I just now I told you multiple distributors in the Linux. Ubuntu is there, somebody is taking CentOS, somebody is taking Ubuntu, somebody is taking Fedora, somebody is taking OEL, and every Linux OS is internally it is common, but sometimes commands will be different.
Yeah, what I'm asking, when you're explaining the Red Hat in that time only you're explore that different flavors of the
Yeah,
commands.
yes.
Okay.
Okay.
sir, I have a question in
Hmm.
the course content which you have shown. I mean, even though that, when compared to DevOps with AWS class and this class, the distribution is different in both. But the course content are very similar topics to the AWS services, right? Like networking,
That's what
firewalls.
that's what I'm saying. Here, if you know the Linux, but Linux is the what? Completely physical infrastructure actually. It is a what OS level activities, correct? But those Linux OS level activities easily to manage in the virtual environment of AWS.
No, I might sound silly, but yeah, I have a question.
Yeah.
Like, when we are going through the DevOps classes, when let's suppose say it's a storage topic.
Uh,
Obviously, the trainer will be explaining us how to mount that storage
uh,
on the Linux system and all, right?
uh,
If he's already explaining the steps, Linux commands in the DevOps classes, then why
okay.
this is a separate class?
Okay. Okay. Your point is like that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But is explained two or three commands how to mount it, right?
Yep.
But in this class you will get the what not only three or commands. Okay, two or three commands are perfectly mounted. If not mounted, then what to do?
If not mounted means that is the commands we
But
use.
maybe no, that the I mean you will use the what multiple commands, right, for troubleshoot.
Okay. Yeah.
But in this class you will get the what complete clarity. I mean
Yeah.
not only mounting, Unmounting is there also is there, and why need to mounting, and what is the permanent mounting, what is the temporary mounting, and everything. But AWS classes and the DevOps classes, they will explain what 2 or 3 steps. Actually, the steps are related to temporary. I mean, okay, these are the commands, you will go for the what mounting. But in this chapter, I mean, in this Linux lecture, you will get the what only mounting means 2 hours lecture. 2 hours lecture only for mounting.
Okay, additional and in-depth concept,
So
right?
exactly, you will get the what in-depth knowledge. So why need to mount actually? But mount is the command. Do you know how to mounting the what file system permanently? If your system is rebooted, your mount points are disconnected. You know.
Not sure.
So that is my point. So your system is rebooted. I mean, your AWS server is rebooted. Your mount points are disconnected. Then how can you remount again? Then what is the solution to make persistent? I mean permanent. That is the
I mean,
syllabus of
that won't be
that is the
covered in
that is the
AWS
syllabus in the
classes.
Linux. I mean the complete knowledge in Linux. Then based on this knowledge, the activities are very easy in the AWS platform. That is my point.
Okay.
Okay. So in-depth knowledge, please think in-depth knowledge here.
Yeah, now it makes sense for me.
Okay. In-depth knowledge is here. So the commands are when you see the same commands in the AWS, actually your DevOps and AWS course is just assume 3 months class course, correct?
Yeah.
But why again only Linux 2 months classes here? I mean, you will learn something or not?
Correct.
That's why.
Good evening, sir.
Right. Tell me.
Hello.
Tell me.
Yeah, sir. ఓన్లీ లైనక్స్ తోనే ఇప్పుడు ఒక 3 years కెరీర్ గ్యాప్ 5 years
Exactly.
కెరీర్ గ్యాప్
See, you will be act as 4 to 5 years experience with help of this Linux syllabus.
ఓకే ఓకే
Okay, not only 1 or 2 years.
క్లౌడ్ ఏమైనా
You will,
నేర్చుకోవాలా సార్ ఓన్లీ లైనక్స్ తోనే ఇప్పుడు వెళ్ళిపోవచ్చు
that is very best idea. I mean, nowadays Linux with cloud computing is very good combination.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes,
So
are you providing that documentation? What are you saying that content syllabus?
already I have shared with chat box.
No, not
Through-
this topics. What I'm asking, what you mentioned in the course syllabus, the entire description you are sharing to every day. Theoretical
Yes,
part and real time.
yes, exactly. Completely practical part.
Okay. May I know the how many years? Is it lifetime free access for the videos, or is there any restrictions?
Right. Lifetime access. I think more than 1 year access. Lifetime means 1 to 2 years access.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Every day you will get the what? The same class recorded video. I mean, you will get the what? Live classes recorded videos.
Okay. When we join, you are creating that group, right? For any doubt clarification, you are
Exactly.
supporting us, right?
Yes, you will create your what WhatsApp group for the community.
Okay.
So once I mean people are joined in these classes, then backend management will make it your one WhatsApp group. So within the group, you will drop the messages, and I will say the what answers in case somebody will help you.
Mhm.
Okay.
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 May I know that course fees?
It is completely 8K.
Okay. Is there any installments process are there?
We don't know exactly, but please be asked to management.
I need to ask Ashok, right?
Yeah, they will call you. I mean, I'm a faculty only, but management is different. They will call you based on your registered email ID and phone number.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. When will the regular classes start? Monday
So
onwards, right?
yeah, tomorrow also I will take the what architecture of the Linux and file systems of the Linux. Then Monday onwards, I will start the what installation part.
Is it Monday to Friday classes only, right?
Yeah, exactly. Monday to Friday only.
Okay.
I will follow the what completely IT structure Monday to Friday only.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Right. So thank you guys. Thank you very much. See you and bye.
Thank you, sir. Bye.